I like motorcycles, I like a good top box, and I'm starting to like AliExpress. In this video, we're going to be reviewing a top box that you can purchase for around €100 from AliExpress. 20 years ago, you'd have two options. Either you buy a plastic milk crate and bolt it onto the back of your bike, or you go for that original manufacturer's top box, which would have costed a hefty price. But today, we've got AliExpress providing a pretty good top box, pretty good quality. It stores on the back of your motorcycle, it locks in, and the installation is quite easy. So let's get into it. If you don't want to skim through the video and you want my answer, should you buy this box, I will say yes, it's very good. This video is not sponsored, it's just my recommendation for €100. It's durable, it's cheap, I like it, and it gets the job done. So I do recommend it's a pretty good buy. Now, first thing I want to talk about is the quality. The overall quality of the box, it's not obviously going to be high market, but it is aluminium alloy and it is pretty sturdy. I could see it lasting me 5-6 years, if not more, if it doesn't break with a big rock hitting it or anything else puncturing the box. I've ridden it through rain, I've ridden it through dust, I've also had it a couple months and so far there's been no leaks, no breakages, so it's pretty good at the moment. It also comes with a nice fake leather on the inside, which means storing valuables has this like premium feel, and for a €100 box, it's actually pretty good. Overall though, it's not obviously like top market quality, but it does get the job done. We can also lock it into the motorcycle, so it comes with a clip on the back, which allows us to lock it into the motorcycle, and you can also lock the top of the case as well. So it means you could leave the bike in a city when you're commuting, or overnight in an area that you don't trust too well for a couple hours. I bought the 55-litre box, and this size allows me to fit in one motorcycle helmet, a jacket, and a couple other small items. We've also got the 45-litre box, which is quite small. It only allows me to fit one helmet, and the larger box, which is about 65 litres, allows you to fit two helmets. So overall, 55 litres is probably my favorite size for this box. If you go too big, it's going to get caught up in the wind, and it's probably going to be a little bit more like, why didn't I just buy a car? But for 55 litres, it's still got a little bit of room. You can have a pillion passenger to fit on the back. And I'm also going to install a nice cushion to allow any pillions to lean back on the box as needed. The installation took me about 1 hour, and I'm no expert with my hands. I work with a computer the majority of my day, so figuring out tools and bolts and nuts, I'm not the quickest tool in the toolbox or shed or whatever you'd like to say, but figuring it out is quite easy. It comes with its own bottom plate, which you can then attach to the motorcycle, and it comes with 4 brackets that allow you to screw those on. Or you can go ahead and drill your own holes like I did into my own bottom plate, which allowed me to then get this box on quite simply. Now, installation about an hour, give or take, and probably you won't need too many other tools. It does mean that you could probably fit this onto something like a scooter with a little tray on the back. It doesn't have to come with a mounting tray on your bike to fit this on. The next thing I'd like to talk about is the price tag. And the price tag is definitely the most attractive part of this box. It enables us to really afford an item that you'd have to spend usually €500 or €600 on for only €100. And so altogether, it cost me €107 to ship it from China all the way to Estonia. Now, there is one thing to be careful of with the price, and that is AliExpress like to change the prices as soon as you find an item on AliExpress and you add it to your cart. So sometimes AliExpress can actually put up the price when it goes into your cart of the item. For example, this one was advertised for €95. I added it to my cart. It went up to something like €112. And then I had to find a coupon code online somewhere, and I got it back down to €107. So it's kind of like you go to a casino. They kind of screw you over with your money a little bit. But as long as you can sort of win a little bit with a coupon code or something you can find online, you can probably get this price back down. Alternatively, you could try and find another account. Maybe you've got another email and use that email to purchase this item with. Now, price is strange, but overall, for €100, thereabouts, pretty good deal. Who is this box for? This box is for ADV riders, adventure riders. Now, being adventure riders, probably went through a couple things in your life, either a divorce, midlife crisis, or you got a major concussion like I did, and I purchased the motorcycle. I like it though. The box fits well on the motorcycle. I like cool things, and it definitely looks pretty cool. It suits my other Yamaha boxes, which go on my side. So my side panniers are gray that you can sort of see behind the box, and it fits quite similar to those looking on the bike. So overall, it's pretty good for ADV riders. If anyone else wants to use it, maybe you're commuting to work or commuting to university or school, wherever you're going, it's also a nice commuting box. You can then store your helmet in there while you go to work or class, and then you can lock it, come back, and your helmet will hopefully still be there, but it should be because it locks in. Now let's talk about the possible drawbacks of this box. The first one is longevity. Now, I don't know how long it'll last me. I've only had it a couple months, but it could probably last me 5 to 6 years if I use it pretty well. But maybe if, a rock flicks into it on one of my trail rides, it could probably put a puncture in the side of the box, meaning water could start to get in, dust could start to get in, but I could probably fix it with a nice seal. The second drawback would be security. Now, the security on this box, it's only a key that, it's got a couple wedges in it, but it doesn't look like the most advanced key. So I could probably imagine someone picking the lock on this box or even getting an angle grinder and cutting it off. But you could do that with anything. So security, I wouldn't trust it in, a busy neighborhood overnight that I haven't really frequented too well, but I would trust it around town for a couple hours, and it does give you a good peace of mind, at least with the locking, and you can't really take it off too easily. But as you know, if a thief is motivated, they'll probably find a way. Final thoughts, this box, pretty good. I do recommend it. It's quite easy to install. It looks nice. The quality isn't perfect, but it's pretty solid. Price tag is pretty good, and it got to me within 2 weeks from shipping. Overall, I'd purchase the box if I could choose again, and I would look to maybe purchase some more items from AliExpress. So if you did like the video, leave a like, and I will post some more AliExpress reviews. I think they're fun. You don't know what you could get in the post, and it's cool testing the products on the motorcycle. That's all for today's video. Cheers.